The narcissist is a small child playing make-believe. They are nothing like the strong man or strong woman that they present themselves as. Secrets narcissistic sociopaths and psychopaths do not want you to know. Hi, my name is Renne Meejah. Let's get into it. So if you knew the real person underneath the narcissist, you would never want to be with them. They understand this quite well. Underneath their grandiose, confident exterior is a scared little boy or girl. Narcissists are stunted somewhere between the ages of 2 to 14 years old. They are children. And one of the things that I noticed is when I started to realize that, and I talk to them as such, and I don't mean being condescending, but taking that command and taking that authority and putting them not in their place, and I don't mean like going off and blah, blah, blah. I mean just understanding you're dealing with a 7-year-old and you communicate with them with the sternness and the authority. All of a sudden, they become quite docile. They become quite docile because underneath their exterior, they are children. They are children. That's what they don't want you to know. This is part of the reason why they have to put on such a big show, why they have to have such vibrato, why they have to be so over the top and exaggerated and confident, because they don't want you to see how small they are. This becomes very apparent when they start to have a psychological breakdown once you finally leave the narcissist. Narcissists have self-loathing and have self-hatred. This is something that's very important to recognize. This is why you will never have a happy relationship with them, because they will always be looking for a way to self-sabotage it. The only way you can have a successful relationship with the narcissist is by being the one that got away. If they find the best thing they've ever had, they will abuse it, they will betray it, and they will destroy it. This is just how they are. The narcissist, from the first time that they see you, they size you up. Are you going to be the one? Are you going to be the one that got away, or are you going to be just like the others? For whatever reason, when they're able to fool you, when they're able to trick you, they devalue you because they see it as it's your fault that they were able to trick you and it serves you right. So it's a very strange and toxic situation where essentially, if you're nice to them, if you're kind to them, if you're giving to them, they see you as foolish. They see you as a silly little boy or a silly little girl. But on the other hand, if you leave them, they see you as mature. They see you as intelligent, and they see you as the one that got away. So now you see there's no winning with the narcissist at all. When a psychopath is able to trick you, he or she sees it as their job. They see it as you should have known better, you should have never fallen for that, and that they're teaching you a lesson. Which is why your best bet is to simply walk away from the narcissist or narcissistic psychopath and never go back. Again, do not go back to them ever. And here is why. If you go back, they will strip you of everything they gave you during the idealization phase. If they gave you love, if they gave you compassion, if they gave you concern, if they put you on a pedestal and told you how beautiful you were, how handsome you were, and how perfect you were, they are going to take all of that back. They feel like that is their job the second time around, because you should have known better that it was all a lie, that it was all a trick. Every ounce of emotional support that they gave you, they will take it back. So the sad truth is here, there is no winning with the narcissist. There is no getting better. They will further seek to traumatize you more and more and more as the relationship progresses and goes along. It's like sinking into a black hole, a deep pit. The trauma will get deeper. The emotional scars will continue to add up, eventually burying you. That's part of the reason why I make these tapes, because I have seen narcissistic psychopaths completely destroy people's lives, and I do not want you to become one of them. If you recognize any of the signs of a person being a narcissist, of any of the treatment or abuse, do not go back to them. It's best to not engage with them too much, but if you do end up in a relationship, you're able to identify that, yes, this is narcissistic abuse, then you have to leave and never go back. Remember, for the narcissist, their love is a competition. There is no us. It's just I versus you and me versus you. That's it. Because the narcissist has no no love for themselves. They see the next best thing as controlling your emotions. One of the greatest acts of self-love you could ever do is to leave the narcissist and stay away from them. So I get this question all the time. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, can you ever make it work? Let's say you go away for a few years and you decide to come back to them. Let's say they get involved in practices and behaviors that seem like it makes it more manageable. Can you be in a healthy relationship? What you have to know is a relationship with a narcissist is like the frog and the scorpion. They typically will abandon you when you least expect it, such as during a time of grief, a time of illness, a time of insecurity or vulnerability, and they're gone. So if you want to be in a relationship that is that unpredictable, you can, but you have to understand the entire time there's a certain amount of coldness that has to be within the relationship in order for you to shield yourself and protect yourself from what they have in store for you. Remember, the narcissist objectifies people. They see people as objects. They have no intention on being in a relationship with a person for lifelong. The relationship is transactional for them. So as long as you're serving your purpose, you're okay. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're with a narcissist who likes you because you are a nurse and they're a doctor and they have their own practice and you do the nursing work and they are the main doctor. And you decide that you want to leave nursing and you want to pursue teaching or you want to pursue biology and work in the lab. You are of no use to that narcissist anymore. And because you're of no use to them anymore, they will simply dispose of you. So imagine having to be in a relationship that is that conditional. It's just not a good idea. Keep in mind, once you take back a narcissist, they will do everything in their power to earn back your trust. They will say and do everything they possibly can to earn back your trust. And that's the problem, because as soon as you trust them, that's when it's only a matter of time before they abandon you or betray you and go through the smear campaigns, the whole thing, when you least expect it. So do not engage with the narcissist. Do not go back to them. The closure is you walking away. The closure is you closing the door behind you and going forward into a new chapter. I'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of the day.